And now our afternoon play, which is based on a true story. In 1953, an American magazine hired a private detective to follow the Welsh poet Dylan Thomas during what turned out to be his last New York tour. Rob Gittins' play imagines the detective's eye view of that extraordinary time.
Years later, everyone would ask, what was he like? Were all those stories true? All that drinking, the drugs, all those women. I'd say he was like Joplin, Hendrix, and Jim Morrison all rolled into one. A rock and roll superstar with a little bow tie. Before rock and roll had even been invented.
Investigating Mr. Thomas by Rob Gittins.
It all began in the fall of '53. I was outside Idlewild Airport in New York. You'd know it now as JFK. I was waiting for a short guy, curly hair, snub nose. In my line of work, you get used to waiting. It's what private detectives do.
The magazine wrote this article about him. It's a profile. And he didn't like it. Not one little bit.
Oh, what didn't he like? Being called slob, a liar, a moocher.
Jimmy, just put it down, will you?
Drinks like a culvert, smokes like an ad for cancer.
Jimmy.
I mean, you're the lawyer for this fine magazine, Connor. You actually let them publish this stuff?
That's the God's honest truth.
Can't imagine why he wants to sue you for libel.
It's the truth. And you are going to prove it. I want you to shadow him, Jimmy, for as long as he's over here. Get it all down on tape. Everything he does. You prove that every word in that profile is gospel.
So what's this guy do?
The guy is called Thomas.
Thomas what?
Dylan Thomas. He's a poet.
Never met a poet. Seems like nice work if you can get it, though. Okay, Con, on my way.
Hey, don't forget the tape recorder.
Okay, right.
Oh, and Jimmy, any chance you get to,
help the guy misbehave?
Hey, would I say that?
See you around, Con.
Yeah.
Subject Thomas, collected from Idlewild by 20-something female, since identified as Elizabeth Rytel, Thomas's theatrical producer, General Girl Friday, and helpmate. Miss Rytel accompanies Thomas to well-known Greenwich Village flophouse, the Chelsea Hotel. Remains with Thomas in his locked hotel room for nearly 3 hours. Dedicated lady. $2,000 hours. Subject Thomas accompanies Rytel to restaurant, 48th Street, for meal with actress Shelley Winters and actress Marilyn Monroe. In the space of 1 hour, Subject Thomas drinks a bottle of red wine, a bottle of white wine, a 6-pack of beer, and 6 martinis, through a straw. 2,100 hours. Subject Thomas and companions hail a taxi. Subject Thomas steals and crashes the taxi while the driver is posing for pictures with Miss Monroe. 2,200 hours. Thomas arrives at actor Charlie Chaplin's house, where a party is in full swing. Thomas is welcomed at the door by novelist Thomas Mann, actresses Marlene Dietrich, Greta Garbo, and Katharine Hepburn. Subject Thomas attempts to sexually assault all 4.
Hey, you!
Take it easy, okay?
Are you with the caterers?
Yeah, just got here.
Only the kitchen's round the back.
Okay, pal. On my way. So now, by one stroke of fortune, I'm in a movie star's house, watching all these beautiful people doing all those things they shouldn't. And as for Mr. Thomas, he's numero uno. Top of the tree. The worst of the very worst. And I'm thinking, I just love my job.
We use these glasses for the highballs. Oh, and when you're out there, if the guests speak to us, we answer. Apart from that, no talking.
Not too much talking going on out there anyway, from what I can see. Lots of drinking, especially by that poet guy.
Oh, I wonder what he's like. Do you think he speaks like he writes?
I mean, he writes as well. How's he find the time?
He's a genius.
Looks like a bum to me.
Who are you, anyway? You're not like the normal guys from the agency. And what's that?
Special order for your favorite poet.
I didn't know he'd ordered something special.
Let's deliver it in person.
We were told not to give him any more.
Come on, meet your hero. Drink for Mr. Thomas.
Hey, keep it down.
Special order, drink for Mr. Thomas. Hey, Miss Winters, have you seen Mr. Thomas?
Would that be the Mr. Thomas who just felt up my breasts, fondled my ass, threw up down my dress, and is now,
Oh, my God.
relieving himself on Charlie's pot plants?
He's entitled. He's a genius.
All this was the first day?
No. All this was the first 12 hours.
Oh! And the guy's got the front to sue us.
Looks to me like all your Christmases just rolled into one. Yeah, mine. Be seeing you, Con.
What are you doing?
Job done?
Oh. Sit down, Jimmy.
Connor, read the log. Look at the pictures I got on that neat little camera you gave me. You're not exactly going to need a hanging judge here. Put this little lot before Gandhi, and there's only one verdict. This guy is toast.
We'd like you to stick with us a bit longer.
What for?
This is news, Jimmy.
A drunk making a fool of himself is news?
A famous drunk. That makes it news. No, even better. It makes covers. You know what they did upstairs when they first heard this scribbler was going to sue us? Raised their eyes to the skies and thanked the good Lord above. And now you see why. Well, I mean, think about it. If our famous poet's going to do all this in the first 12 hours in the good old US of A...
What the hell's he going to do in the next 3 weeks? Yeah. That should be fun.
Stick with him, Jimmy, and find out.
If you ask me, I think he sounds unhappy.
He sounds what?
Don't you think so?
He's been partying nonstop since he landed. Hasn't paid for a drink. Hasn't stopped chasing skirt or popping pills. Throw a stone, Beth. Most guys out there think they've just been handed the keys to Neverland.
Especially you, right, Jimmy?
They leave out the chasing skirt bit. Rest doesn't sound so bad.
Because everything's just one big joke.
I don't see what the guy's got to be unhappy about.
Well, that's what you were finding out.
I'm not finding out anything. I'm just watching the freak show.
It's what you used to like. The working things out, finding out why.
I don't do why anymore. And why should I?
Thought you didn't do why. Not exactly what you talked about when we first met, was it?
What's that mean?
Wasn't the life you told me you wanted back then. Spying on lowlifes and losers.
Everyone's got to eat.
And you know the worst thing? You're actually starting to enjoy it.
I've got to eat. You've got to eat. This kid, you're always telling me you want's got to eat. So tell me, Beth, how are we all going to do that without the likes of Mr. Thomas?
This kid I want? I'm tired, Jimmy.
Look, Beth, I didn't mean to
I'm
bring
going
the
to
kid
bed.
into this. I'm not... I get up, I go to work, I do my job, and I'm damn good at it. And okay, I get a kick out of it. What's so bad about that? Can it, will you? Same to you, mister!
Thank
Listen,
you. Bye.
Beth, you been on the phone to someone?
Who would I be calling, Jimmy? This time of night?
Yeah. That's what I'm wondering.
I said, didn't I say that stuff you got on our visiting poet? Gold dust.
Just told it like I saw it.
And when it comes to the low down and dirty, no one sees it better.
Well, nice to know someone appreciates me.
Not just me, Jimmy. The magazine. They want to do a new profile.
Hey, what's left to say after the last one?
This is going to be bigger than the last one. better.
Meaner? Nastier?
You catch on quick, Jimmy. No wonder we use you all the time.
I still don't see what else I can do.
We need background. Not just what he does, but who he is, where he comes from. What about his family? You know he's a family man. I mean, what makes a guy like that act like this? What does the little woman think about it all? Back home in, Laugh something.
Laugh?
It's in England. Well, near.
Why don't you ask her?
That's your job. You leave on the last flight tonight.
I do what?
Well, you said it yourself. What more do we need on him? We got it in bucketfuls. Time to cast the net a bit wider. Maybe she's the key, see? I mean, this guy's heading for the rocks. Maybe she's the reason.
Right.
Something she's doing, something she's not doing. You got 3 days. Then you gotta get back for this.
What is it?
It's what he's here for. Premiere of his new play.
A play for voices. So what other kind is there? A silent one?
Under some wood or something. I don't know what the hell that's supposed to mean. It's all set underground. I don't know. Now, you know how it is, Jimmy. There's a guy in the gutter. There's usually a woman who put him there, right?
Yeah, operator. I want to check my call records. No, just last 24 hours. Yes, all numbers. I'll call back.
Who are you calling back?
Airline messed up my booking. It's all fixed now.
Oh, right.
Yeah, I better finish my packing.
If it's all fixed, why do you need to call back?
I'm running really late, Beth. Come on. What do you mean the train stops here?
Well, this is Carmarthen.
I don't care where it is. I'm miles from where I need to be.
It's the end of the line.
End of the world, more like. Oh, hey, taxi! Taxi!
That's what it says on the roof.
Yeah, I have to get to, Laugh, something.
Yes, I think you mean la.
Well, if you say it that way, why not spell it that way?
To do with our world-famous poet, is it?
What?
You a visit to La.
Makes you say that?
Oh, you're a Yank. What else would a Yank want in a beat-up, broke-down backwater of a place like this, man?
It's pretty, though. All these fields, the hills.
Well, you don't have hills in America.
Where I come from, they're called skyscrapers.
Skyscrapers. Actually, we're getting more and more of you boys over these days. Not just Americans either, from all over. No, but the Yanks, they're my favourites.
Good to hear.
Best tippers.
Yeah, I'll bear it in mind.
So where are you?
I'm in the town square. Only it's not really a square. Not really any sort of shape I've ever seen before, actually. Weird place, sort of cut off from the rest of the world.
Sounds nice.
Yeah, it is. Some sort of carnival taking place tomorrow, but right now it's quiet. Real quiet. You can actually hear yourself think.
And that's good, is it, Jimmy?
What's that mean?
A letter arrived today from the phone company. Print out of all our calls.
Yeah, I want to check the bill. I think we've been overcharged. Look, Beth. Beth. Damn. Did I say all your Christmases rolled into one? Huh? And your birthdays and every Thanksgiving too? Just listen to this little lot, Con. Report. Subject Thomas, female, 1300 hours. Grist Square in Lawn. Opening ceremony, town's annual carnival. Thomas, female, arrives in full Moulin Rouge outfit. Proceeds to dance a can-can. for a full half-mile, wearing no panties. 1,500 hours. Subject Thomas, female, lines 12 men up along the bar, moves from male to male, inspecting, assessing each in turn until one selected, taken outside, the rest following. Subject Thomas, female, takes companion into a small alleyway, rear of the pub, where she proceeds to entertain him. 1,600 hours. A fistfight involving subject Thomas, female, and the wife of the chosen one. Thomas, female, wins the exchange. Wife departs for the local county hospital in an ambulance. Severe head wound requiring stitches and surgery. 2,100 hours. And does this beat everything Mr. Poet's doing back in the Big Apple Con, or does it not? The carnival goers are joined by a party of Irish laborers just finished their shift. Subject Thomas, female, seems to get a new lease of life at their appearance. Within 30 minutes, 3-0, Con. She's taken up residence in the same rear alley as previously. This time, she entertains all 12 gentlemen, one at a time, while the rest form an orderly line.
Right. This is it.
This is where he works? A little shack on the side of a cliff?
We call it a garage. You can go in if you like. It's never locked.
This is all there is in here? Just a desk and a chair?
What more does a poet need? Except maybe a pen?
Great view, though. Hey, what's that place over there, over the water?
Now that's Sir John's Hill. Now, that farm on the top, just above the woods, that's the local dairy. Supplies the town with milk.
Right.
And milk woods.
Ah, yeah. Why would a man ever want to leave a view like this?
Well, maybe he doesn't.
He has, hasn't he?
You've never done things you didn't want to do.
No one made him. He's a free man.
Now, I think that's what you'd call the $64,000 question.
Certainly enjoying himself, too, from what the papers are saying. Just like his wife. While the cat's away, right? Fun and games.
It's true what they say about you, youngster.
Which is?
You talk a lot. Don't listen too much.
Is that supposed to make any kind of sense?
Point made, wouldn't you say? Here. Take one of his books. There's always lots lying around.
I'm not much of a man for poetry.
Try. You might surprise yourself.
Nothing I cared in the lamb-white days. And the moon that is always rising. How the hell can that happen?
Another beer, sir?
Oh, hey, you look like an educated lady.
Oh, thank you, sir.
Nothing I cared in the lamb-white days. That time would take me up to the swallow-thronged loft by the shadow of my hand. I'm sorry. Yes, another beer would be great.
May I see? Nor that riding to sleep I should hear him fly with the high fields.
You understand all that?
And wake to the farm forever fled from the childless land. Yes, I understand it.
So explain it to me.
Oh, but you don't need to.
Say again?
Oh, just feel it. More coffee, sir? Tea? Coffee?
Let me show you the guy who wrote it. See how you feel then. Nora. What are you doing?
I'm just collecting some of Beth's things.
What for?
She's staying with me for a few days.
What do you mean she's staying with you? Why?
She left these for you. Some phone records you'd asked for.
What is all this?
Well, that's the number you were looking for, right? Beth's call late Monday night? That was to me. Asking if Big Sis could put her up for a while.
She never said anything to me.
Oh, I think she did, Jimmy. Maybe you just weren't listening.
A can for a full half mile with no... Oh, this is pay dirt, Jimmy.
What did I tell you?
22 karat, solid as it comes.
Shame she didn't ravage a couple choir boys as well. Then we really would be dancing a jig.
I'm dancing anyway. 12 Irish laborers.
No partridge in a pear tree, though.
You okay, Jimmy?
Top of the world.
Okay. Well, now for the third piece in this jigsaw of a triangle. The girl Friday, the oh-so-willing helpmate, the producer of this play of his, that Under Some Wood.
Milk.
Who is she? Just another bit of skirt? Something else? How important is she to our main man? And what's so good about her that he's traveled halfway across the world to see her when his wife's in such a state back home? You look at the lady, Jimmy. 90 times out of 100.
That's what's wrong with the man.
Jimmy, where are you going? Hey, you sure you're okay?
Open the door. Come on.
Go away, Jimmy.
I want to see my wife.
Why do you think she's moved out? She doesn't want to see you.
Why not?
Just give her a few days.
What for?
It's all right, Nora.
Are you sure?
You're due at the hospital. You get ready for work.
Okay.
I need to do some thinking, Jimmy.
What did I do, Beth? Huh? What was so awful you had to walk out on me? Did I crash a car? Did I drink till I couldn't stand up?
What?
Feel up every woman I came across? Pop every pill anyone put in front of me? Steal? Lie?
What the hell are you talking about?
Did I do all that? Whatever I did, was it that bad?
It's not anything you've done.
Then what?
Look at you, Jimmy. Look what's happening to you.
I don't understand.
You spend every day, most of your nights, down in the gutter.
That's just my job.
All you see, day in, day out, all you deal with are the lowlifes and the lost, and that's all there is for you now.
That's how I earn my crust.
So everywhere you look, everyone you come across, all you see are the fault lines, the mistakes, the treacheries, the worst in everyone, and I can't stand it, Jimmy. What it's doing to you, to us.
You're overreacting.
And you know the worst thing? All the time you're scrabbling around in the cesspool, you're laughing.
What, that's bad?
It's like the whole world's one big, sick joke to you.
And it isn't?
See what I mean?
Doesn't sound like you need to do any thinking, Beth. Sounds to me like I'm already hung out to dry.
And when you're not laughing at everyone, you're not believing a single thing they say.
Yeah, well, maybe some people don't make it all that easy for me. I'm out of here.
And now you won't even give your own wife the benefit of the doubt. Jimmy! Jimmy!
Mr. Thomas's play actually started quite badly. No one really seemed to know what to make of it. But then this guy in the back row, he started to laugh. And then the rest of the audience suddenly seemed to understand. Hey, it was a comedy.
What are you doing, Jimmy? Listen to me.
You used to like it, huh? The way I made you laugh?
It was part of your charm. Jimmy, the clown, the joker. And when things didn't matter so much, it was fun.
What does that mean, when things didn't matter?
We were young then, I know.
And easy, right?
But things aren't that simple now.
The mercy of his means.
What?
As I was young and easy in the mercy of his means, time held me, green and dying, though I sang in my chains like the sea.
Where did that come from?
It was written by this guy I've been tailing. And the guy had been doing all the drinking and crashing cars and popping pills and stealing and lying and whoring while his wife... And he came up with that. I can't get my head around it.
People can surprise you.
What does that mean?
Look around, Jimmy. Properly. There's more than just a freak show going on. Even with that guy. Think about it.
So, right, what I'm saying is, maybe this isn't about a man having fun.
What are you talking about?
Maybe he's not having fun at all. Maybe this is a love story.
A love story?
Why not? Maybe the guy's tormented. He's in love with the producer, but he's beating himself up about his wife back home. That's why he's acting like this. Meanwhile, the wife back home has found out, or maybe she just suspects, doesn't matter. She's going out of her mind anyway, and that's why she's acting like that.
Jimmy...
Maybe this isn't some loser plumbing new depths. Maybe this is the start of something better for this guy. Or it could be, maybe, what we've got here is a man hitting rock bottom so he can climb back up again. No, it's possible. That's all I'm saying. And if that's right, then this isn't some roller coaster ride to hell. This might just be a love story. And hey, if it is, love sells too, doesn't it?
Is that the best you could do? You sat in that flea-bitten theater last night, watching her, his helpmate, his girl Friday. You talked to her. You did talk to her, didn't you, Jimmy?
Not exactly.
Obviously.
I had things to do last night.
Well, I've been doing a little digging myself into Romeo's little Miss Juliet. She's fixing him a lecture contract. Mr. Poetry's going on the talk circuit, chat shows, university halls. And the deal she's lining up for him is going to take him a long way away from scratching a few dumb words on a piece of paper. This is going to net him $1,000 a week. $1,000 a week. Ah, love story. Go back to the funny farm, Jimmy. This is all about the good old greenback. That's why he's here. That's why he's been celebrating from the minute he landed. Mr. Thomas' girlfriend is taking him on the yellow brick road to Wonderland.
So why is he treating her like this, huh? Hitting on all those other women like that? It doesn't make sense.
Well, since when does any of this had to make any sense?
I don't think this is a guy enjoying himself, Con.
Who cares? I'm enjoying it. The magazine's enjoying it. And half the population of this city are going to enjoy it, too. So get back on his tail, Jimmy, and make sure we all keep doing that.
2000 hours. Subject Thomas in restaurant, Charles Street. Companion Miss Rytel. Subject ejected after taking exception to his serving of fish stew and hurling the contents of his plate over fellow diners. 2100 hours. Subject Thomas berates passers-by on the street. Subject incoherent. Most onlookers are amused. Some try arguing back. One attempts to assault subject, restrained by Rytel. While Rytel is pacifying his assailant, Thomas takes a taxi with a young female companion, attracted by the commotion, leaving Rytel screaming after him in the street. Female companion stops the cab after a couple hundred yards, runs from the cab in tears. Subject Thomas in movie theater, 48th Street, watching the new Tony Curtis movie, Houdini. Subject in the company of a young girl, 20, 21, her cheeks decorated with bright red geraniums. Subject seems spellbound by the movie, his companion attempting to distract him, subject not responding. The girl moves her head down subject's body. You see that?
I'm watching the movie.
Oh! Won't see that again in a hurry.
Is she doing what I think she's doing?
Do you know who the guy is?
Oh. Hey, buddy, take a look.
Hey, look over there. Hey, friend. You see what I'm seeing? Well, forget the popcorn for a minute, buddy. Hey, mister, that beats ice cream in the interval, right? What am I doing? Nora, I gotta see Beth.
It's not convenient, Jimmy.
I should be working. Right now. In fact, especially right now. Tonight's the best so far, but I'm not. I'm here. Doesn't that tell you something?
It is really not a good time.
Why not?
It just isn't.
Oh.
Please.
Please? That has to be the first time in all the years I've known you you've ever said that to me. You know what Beth would say? I'm doing it again. I'm looking at you and I'm thinking, there's something she's not telling me. Well, but that's me, right? Spend all your time in the gutter, you start thinking that's where everyone else lives, too. You start reading things into even the smallest words people say, like, please.
Leave it, Jimmy. Please. I really think you should just go home now.
Let me past. I gotta
No,
see
come on, Jimmy! Jimmy, it's not what you think!
So all I see are the fault lines, the mistakes, the worst in everyone. All I do is laugh at everyone. I never believe a single thing they say. And now we know why. Right, Beth? At least that way I'm never disappointed.
Have you business in the Algonquin, sir?
Oh, I got business. Mr. Thomas. Is Mr. Thomas in the bar? Hey, Mr. Thomas.
Leave us alone, pal.
This will only take a minute.
Mr. Thomas is indisposed.
Why would that be? All that drinking, cheating, lying, and whoring? Don't say it's finally grinding our famous wordsmith down.
See that again?
Has Mr. Chaplin slapped a writ on him? Damage to his begonias? Or is that little cutie he threw out of the taxi in Times Square caused a scene? Or Miss Winters or Miss Monroe?
I'm calling the manager.
Hey, pal, don't get me wrong. I'm a fan.
Oh, yeah? Doesn't sound too much like it to me.
He's a genius.
You know his work.
Everyone else pretends. Puts on a face. Not this guy. He's out there, red in tooth and claw. Whatever he wants to do, he just does it. What we'd all do, given half a chance, take what you want, when you want it. Who cares who's watching, who gets hurt, who cares what anyone thinks, right? He's so far ahead of his time, he's practically in orbit. Excuse me, pal. Mr. Thomas, sir, let me shake your hand.
Jimmy.
What's the matter, Beth? Fancy man busy tonight, so you thought you're calling in your husband?
Don't be ridiculous.
You wanted time alone, time to think. That's what you said.
I did.
So, was he helping you do that? That young man you were with? That handsome young man you were alone with while your sister tried to stall your husband out on the doorstep?
I'd have explained it if you'd given me a chance. There was no need to take a swipe at him.
He was lucky I missed.
If you hadn't just stormed off, you'd have found out he's a friend of Nora's, not mine. He's a doctor. She's a nurse on his ward. She asked him to call in on me.
Why do you need to see a doctor?
Because I'm pregnant.
You're what?
And I don't know whether I want to be. Not with how things are right now.
I'm not hearing this.
I don't know if we're ready for it. No. Correction. I don't know if you're ready for it.
No, you're pregnant? You never told me?
I'm telling you now.
How could you keep something like that from me?
Ask me why, Jimmy. Why I don't think you're ready for it.
Okay, why?
Because I don't know how a baby fits into a world that's a big, sick joke. I'm sorry, Jimmy.
What the hell did you think you were doing?
Take it easy, Con.
Take it easy? Take it easy? This was going to be one of the best stories you've ever done for us, and you blew it. Just like that. God, you didn't only break the golden rule, actually got face to face with a guy. You told him who you were, as good as told him you've been tailing him. I mean, for heaven's sake, he may be canned 23 hours out of 24, but even he can sniff a tail when it's right under his nose. And even Mr. Dipso's still got enough brain cells left to work out who might be behind it, too.
I can straighten this out.
Can you?
Just give me a chance. Oh, come on. You know me, Con.
I thought I did.
I tied a couple on. I got sloppy, but I'm clean now. And you know what I'm like when I'm really on a case. The guy won't even know I'm in the same city. Trust me.
I don't know. I really don't. I'd like to, Jimmy, because this is the best yet. I mean, I don't know if you've been keeping up, but our poet is 2 days into the bender to end all benders, and yeah, I need you. But I need the old Jimmy back. Firing on all cylinders, alive and kicking.
I promise you, Con. He's back. Firing on all cylinders, alive and kicking. 2100 hours. Rytel attempts to drive subject Thomas out of the city. Thomas sets light to a handkerchief inside the cab, the driver ejecting Rytel, subject Thomas, and himself, moments before his vehicle is engulfed in flames. Subject Thomas arrives at a hotel, Sutton Place, for a party given by novelist William Faulkner. Thomas ejected from hotel lobby as he removes all his clothes. Thomas arrives at White Horse Bar, Greenwich Village, is greeted enthusiastically by several drinking companions as he announces he's going for the record. Subject proceeds to drink glass after glass of whiskey. Mr. Thomas? Mr. Thomas?
Steady, pal.
I just want to talk to Mr. Thomas.
You're not going to get much conversation out of him right now. But I know you from somewhere.
Come on, Mr. Thomas.
Hey, where are you taking him?
It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. I got you. You and me are going for a little ride. Come on. Come on.
Jimmy, I told you, you must...
He's in the cab.
What?
I've been trying to work things out, make some sort of sense of it all, and...
Who's in the cab?
This isn't about the freak show anymore. This is me trying to do some good for a change.
Jimmy, I got your message. What is it? What's so urgent?
Look, he's probably okay. He probably just needs to sleep it off.
Who does?
But he's been hitting it solid 48 hours, maybe longer. Look, I'm not gonna do it anymore, Beth. Stand back, watch this guy go to hell and back. Please, Nora, I want him checked out. The guy in the cab, just look at him. He's not in a great way, all right?
Okay, I'll take a look.
I've been thinking about what you said, Beth, and I've been thinking of all the things I could say to you, but they're just words, right? Cheap and easy. So I thought, what could I do? How do I convince you about you and me, right? The baby, the future.
And you thought a bit of old-fashioned abduction, kidnapping might do the trick?
No. Yes. Look, he's in trouble, Beth. Like I was. You were right from the start. This isn't a guy having the time of his life. This is a guy that far away from ending it. Only he's a million miles away from home, and he hasn't got anyone to make him see sense. So I thought if he had me, if I could make him see sense...
Jimmy, you're passenger. We have got to get him to the hospital fast.
"1:58 a.m. Subject Thomas arrives at St. Vincent's Hospital, is wheeled into the emergency ward. A nurse notes his heavy alcoholic intake. Tests further reveal the ingestion of benzodrine, in addition to a recent injection of 1/2 grain of morphine sulfate. Subject Thomas is given a spinal tap to establish whether he suffered a cerebral hemorrhage and is given oxygen to aid his breathing. Rytel arrives as Subject Thomas is transferred to private room. Rytel is urged to keep repeating key phrases, anything that might mean something to him. No response. What's happening, Nora? You must know something.
I'm not his doctor, Jimmy.
Oh, come on. The whole hospital's talking about him.
The word is he's suffering from a cerebral edema.
A what?
A swelling of the brain cells.
Meaning?
Meaning it's not a case of if, Jimmy. It's when.
Okay, we can't run it like we wanted. Not a lot of point now, right? The libel case isn't taking place anymore, that's for sure. But we still got one hell of a story, huh, Jimmy? And you got the lot. From the moment he landed, right to the bitter end. Am I pressing the right button on this thing? Yeah, but just make it a human interest story instead.
A modern morality tale.
Morality tale. You crease me sometimes. I'm not hearing anything, Jimmy. Jimmy, there's nothing here.
Well, Mr. American.
I hoped I'd see you again.
The funeral was months ago, didn't anyone tell you?
Didn't think it was really my place.
Didn't stop anyone else.
I thought I'd leave it till things had settled a bit, pay our respects.
That's you and...
Oh, my wife, she's just over there.
The lady with the baby?
Yeah, it's our son, he's 2 months old.
Lucky man.
The last time I was here, I really tried to bury him, didn't I?
Well, he did a pretty good job of that himself.
I didn't help, though.
You tried. Right at the end. We heard what happened that last night, even in this broke-down backwater.
Too little, too late.
Maybe.
He's gone, hasn't he, huh? So that's that.
Have you still got that book I gave you?
Yeah, always with me.
Page 56. That's the one you want.
So, that's how it all happened. And a few weeks ago, I dug out my old reports, read them again. Everything I wrote was true. But it's like all those stories about Joplin, about Hendrix, about Jim Morrison. What really matters? The songs, the music, the words. Now, he's gone, but they're not. Page 56. And death shall have no dominion. Dead men, naked, they shall be one, with the man in the wind and the west moon. When their bones are picked clean, and the clean bones gone, they shall have stars at elbow and foot. Though they go mad, they shall be sane. Though they sink through the sea, they shall rise again. Though lovers be lost, love shall not, and death shall have no dominion.
In Investigating Mr. Thomas, the detective was played by Trevor White, and the lawyer by Doug Ballard. Beth was played by Genevieve Adam, Nora by Laurel Lefko, the taxi driver by Rhys Parry Jones, and the guard by Richard Elvin. Other parts were played by members of the cast. Investigating Mr. Thomas was written by Rob Gittins and directed in Wales by Kate McCall.